Jack Black, Jack Black, wherefore art thou, Jack Black? We want you to come Jack back, Jack Black. We all need to. Can't rhyme. Point is, Jack Black, what is happening to you, bro? Jeez. Do the thing.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker, indeed. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Angry Grant Show. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Here is a big, steaming, smelly lump of coal, kids. Okay, before anybody turns off the video, because it seems like most people have selective memory. They start at the beginning, and then they're like, oh, I want to tell you this. My issue with this movie is not the fact that Santa in this movie is also Satan. That is not my issue. In fact, I think that premise can be done well. It's everything else that's the problem here. Oh yeah, here we go. Hi everyone. Yep. Welcome. We're here to talk about a movie. Grant the movie and TV guy. All that bullshit. Dear Santa. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. Dear Santa. Dear Santa, Where is a Better Movie? Is directed by Bobby Farrelly of the Farrelly Brothers. More recently, the charming 2023 Sports Comedy Champions. I don't know why he's doing this to us. It is written by his brother Peter Farrelly and Ricky Blitt, from a story by Ricky Blitt, Peter Farrelly, and Dan Ewan, all of whom forgot to be funny that day, including the cast, who's too good for this also. So, what is Dear Santa about? It's about a young man who, named Liam, he's played by Robert Timothy Smith, who is kind of a turd, honestly. Like, I don't blame this kid, but this character is really badly written. You're supposed to sympathize with him. I don't sympathize with him at all. He's kind of a brat. He is going through a lot. He's at a new school. He struggles with dyslexia. His parents, played by Brian Howie and Hayes MacArthur, don't get him to an extreme degree. And he's 11 years old and he still writes letters to Santa Claus. But due to his dyslexia, he accidentally writes Dear Satan instead of Santa Claus. And wouldn't you know it, a demon claiming to be the Dark Lord of the Underworld himself, played by Jack Black, finds the letter and comes offering him 3 wishes in exchange for his eternal soul. All with Christmas as a backdrop. And a lot of stuff. A lot of shenanigans, although not nearly enough of them, and a lot of really mean-spirited and bleak plot turns that aren't even attempting to be a joke. They might think that they're kind of funny, but at the end of the day, they're actually really kind of nasty and cruel-hearted, and it makes me think that this entire film is made by somebody who has a disdain for humanity, the likes of which I haven't seen since Home Sweet Home Alone. Maybe since Collateral Beauty. I hated this film. Let the tired shenanigans and life lessons begin. I hated Dear Santa. I hated this movie. I'm not even... Okay, first off, spoiler alert, because we need to get into this. I fucking hated this movie. Yeah, call me a Grinch, call me a Scrooge, I don't give a shit. This movie, I saw the trailer, I saw the concept, I'm like, you know what, at the very least, this could be a fun idea. Jack Black can be funny. More so before this year, but like he's a funny guy. I like the Farrelly brothers. I've seen almost all their stuff, and I'm one of the only guys who kind of didn't as hard on movie 43 too. I hated Dear Santa with the kind of aggression I haven't had toward a live action comedy in a long time. This movie is one of the ugliest, most mean-spirited movies I've ever seen. But the biggest sin of all is, it's not funny. Like, if it were mean-spirited and it were actually funny, it would be one thing. I haven't seen humor fall this flat since Shane Gillis hosted Saturday Night Live. This movie the idea, okay, nothing is off limits in comedy if it's funny, right? This movie's idea of comedy is simply to exploit dyslexia, cancer. There's a whole subplot involving him pretending his new friend is suffering from cancer for literally no reason. The death of a childhood trauma, the death of a sibling. Okay. Let me think. Children's pretentious teachers and mistreats teachers. Yeah, that's another thing. Uses the powers of his newfound friend Santa adjacent to manipulate and warp the minds of the girl he likes and Post Malone, sadly playing himself, really, really wanting to fire his agent. It's a movie in which, at the first sight of, I'm going to tell you what the twist is because it's so fucking stupid. The reason he's sad and the reason he's still holding on to this Santa thing, and they play it almost for dark laughs, is that his little brother died in an accident recently. And at the first sign that he's acting out, whether he's, his parents think he's talking to Satan, whatever, and he is, but I mean, whatever. The first thing the parents decide to do for their grieving child is to simultaneously insult him behind his back, basically treat him like his problems don't matter, hire a therapist to do an intervention for him out of nowhere when there's no sign of any kind of addictive personality or behaviors whatsoever, and then turns to interning him in a mental hospital. And then that's when the tidbit comes out that their other son died, and the movie tries to paint it as, they're, and also embarrass their child in front of the girl he likes out of suspicion, and do these horrible things to this kid. While meanwhile, Satan insults this kid profusely. Everybody in this movie is nasty to this kid. The kid also doesn't help in that he's also kind of unlikable. But then the movie doubles down, because then he makes a wish for his little brother to come back to life. A wish that comes true. And guess how this movie ends? He finds out that the girl he likes, who doesn't like him anymore, will give him a second chance because she finds out his brother dies, and they treat it as they kind of imply comedically that he needs to undo the wish to get some. Yeah, that's the lesson of this movie. Your little brother comes back to life. It should be miraculous. If a girl likes you, you should just basically kill your brother. That's the implication of this movie. This movie is not funny. It's cruel-hearted. The parents in this movie... Oh, also the parents, there's one moment where the music swells and they say, "We're doing the best we can, we're good parents." You are the worst parents I've ever seen in a movie. You constantly emotionally abuse your child, basically, under the assumption that he can't hear your conversation, but still, you're saying it out loud in your house. Again, you intern him because you'd rather do that than deal with the fact that the kid is grieving his brother. This blows my mind. And also, it's your incompetence also that kind of got the other kid killed in the first place. Like, this is really kind of icky. And the thing, too, is that it's not funny ever. There's one joke I kind of chuckled at. But the joke I chuckled at leads me to the other thing. This movie is marketed like a children's movie. There's a bunch of Nickelodeon promos when you turn the thing on. Who is this movie for? Because it's a movie that is also deals with things like soul taking and misanthropy and dead kids, and has jokes at the expense of people with cancer, all this stuff. It has swearing out the wazoo and crass sex jokes, and it's kind of marketed like a kid's movie, and it's like, but it's also kind of a Fairley Brothers movie, so there's also an extended joke about sharding that is not funny. I don't know who this is for, and at the same time, the one joke I laughed at was because of Jack Black, because even in this shitty material, Jack Black can almost redeem some of it. There's a line where a cameo, I'm just going to say what it is. It turns out he's not actually Satan. The real Satan is Ben Stiller. That was kind of a nice surprise, but again, he has nothing to do. He's in one scene. But there's a scene where he's talking to him about how he messed up his mission. And Ben Stiller says to the extent of, like, don't blame me for this. You're the one who screwed the pooch. And then Jack Black goes, it was one time and I was having a bad day or something. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. That's it. That's it. That is the one joke that kind of got me. It's also the only time I think they've even told a joke. When I say that this movie makes jokes at the expense of these things, I don't even think they're jokes. I think they're more just like, yeah, plot points. But then they kind of, it's really, you got to see the movie to understand what I'm talking about. It's hard to describe, but there's just this real icky quality to this movie. There's this undercurrent of cynical, mean-spiritedness that really rubbed me the wrong way. It wasn't funny. It made me feel like the people who made it were heartless. I hated Dear Santa. I would rather get a stocking full of coal and have to eat the worst flavored fruitcake on the planet for all Christmas season than watch this film again. I'm going to give Dear Santa one of these. Yeah, middle finger of kindness. Fuck this movie. 0 stars. I hated this movie. I hated all the characters. I hated what it has to say about human beings. This was just a nasty, awful film. I hated this movie. It was despicable. Yeah. So Dear Santa, 0 stars out of 5. Middle finger of kindness. Fuck this movie. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash, none. Watched it at home on Paramount Plus. Was there shawarma? Yes. During the credits, later into the credits, there is a very, very unfunny scene involving 2 minor characters. If you want to stick around for it, you can. I did because I had to. Because the movie wouldn't end. Oh, also, the movie's almost 2 hours. I also should point that out, too. So it not only isn't funny, it goes on and on. But yeah, Dear Santa, 0 stars. Yeah, that's it. We'll be back right after this for Out of My Mind. We'll have a review of that. Tomorrow's Moana 2. We also have coming up this week, Sweethearts, Nutcrackers, and Beatles 64. So that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you, class missed. I love you, 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything. In either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Dear Santa? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion is good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.